Today, I am going over all of the tools that I use. I shouldn't say all, but three of the tools that I use. And this is going to be the Notebook LM. This is the one that right now, if I were a student, I would be putting all of my coursework in to help me keep organized at my fingertips. So I'm going to go through this one right now. I do have this up and going in the background, but if you take a look, here's what it's just looks like this Notebook LM. It's over there in the waffle next to your name, the Google Apps. However, it looks, it could be landing all the way at the bottom. I'm not sure where it is, but you can always move that up. So that is what we're going to do today. Now, we're in where the reading is for chapter 7. And what I did was in the perplexity one, I came up with a study guide for that. But I'm going to just bring you through in real time here. I'm going to add what I want to add, which is on my desktop. I'm going to go into the chapter 7, the PDF. I'm also going to add the study guide that Perplexity gave. And this is what I upload to our course for a different way to do it. Now, I don't do the quiz or flashcards in there. That would be up to you to do because I think you can only use those in here. But if you take a look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to select all the resources. I'm going to go into only this for the chapters. And basically, what I'm going to do is take, and again, I've already set this up. I'm going to go through, and this is how I do it. I do an audio. I click on audio. I click on video. I love the mind map. You know that. And then on the reports, it's going to ask you which one. And I'm going to say that some of them, I like the blog response. I liked that. And here they've just added these. Look at that. Wow. They just added the industry analysis concept explainer. Isn't that interesting? But let's go into and create your own. I've not done that. I just go into study guide and create that. Very clearly now, I could go in and create our own, which is this is changing so fast, and I do feel bad for people that are not up with it because it's just changing so fast. But that's how I do it. So in Notebook LM, again, what you see in the studio are all the ones that I have done, and to put them in a different order, you know, maybe I need to explore that a little bit, but I've always used it this way because I've been using it since the beginning. And it comes in this way, clearly marked what each one is going to be the most important, because otherwise it gets like the travel services sector. Well, we don't know that it's chapter 7, right? So when I upload them, you don't know that. So maybe we should just go in and I go chapter 7 in here. That would be a smart thing, wouldn't it, for me to be doing? Yeah. Okay. So there we go. So I don't think it's saved. Oh. But this just goes in, gives you things in a different way, and however you like to learn. But I mean, this is a great tool. I'm going to go back in because it drives me insane if I can't figure it out. Did I miss? All right. Just gonna, there we go. I just hit enter on it. Okay. And so now it's coming down. I love mind mapping helps me because I'm a global thinker. And you know how I talk all over, but I have something in mind. But this really linearly helps my mind see things. So if I want to look at and find out what really all of these are, oh, FAMs. I used to love FAMs when I worked for Continental Airlines. What does that really mean? So familiarization tours. We do that a lot here with Visit Pensacola. It's when you bring people in and you show them whatever your town, or like for me, going way back, when I worked for Continental Airlines, we would do fam tours for different airports. So we were familiar with what was going on, the layout, and things like that. So that was familiarization tours. But this is how I have it set up. Again, I'm not going to change it right now, because it's mid semester. I may look at doing something different starting in the spring semester if I could do the settings a little bit different. But for right now, no. So it's still doing my audio, it's still doing my video. It does it. So, and I will tell you, I usually download these onto, I've got a really big external drive. I download these and then I actually upload them. They can go into my regular drive, but that's how I do it. That is Notebook LM. Once again, I would be having one of these notebooks for each one of my courses, that could go in there. Hey, do you want to look at, by the way, do you want to look at the flashcards? Let's see if it will do our flashcards real fast. We're going to do I'm going to see just whatever one comes up. So generating quiz, generating flashcards based on 2 sources. Hold on. Okay, let's take a look at the flashcards. Let's see what we get. What is the primary function of the travel services sector? What? I think there was more to that though, wasn't there? Travel services. Type of business acts as an intermediary between. Online travel agencies. Let's explain it. I want more. Explain third party OTAs. OTAs, really started with the online. So there you go. That gives you more information. You can go and fact check all of this. And again, this is just like doing a Google search. So if you're going to fact check it, I don't trust Wikipedia. That has never been a resource, right? We've learned that a long time ago. So this is great. And I would say that some of it's true, some of it's not true. It's up to you to fact check it. That's where you don't want to get in trouble. And again, I only speak from my course. I don't speak for everybody else. This is acceptable in my course and my course only. So that's it for Notebook LM. Again, it's fall 2025. And this is what I would be doing if I were a student. I'd be looking at the quiz. Oh, by the way, before I stop, I want to see if the video is still going. Let's look at that quiz. Ah, very nice. Let's get a hint. Wholesaler. Would it be tour operator? Oh yeah, look at that. All right. Well, listen, if this helps, I hope it helps. This can be done at any level, undergraduate, graduate, it doesn't matter. For me, taking those podcasts, listening to them, helps me learn. So I'm hoping these little tips will help you.